So, I'm going to be sharing with you today some of the things that I do when I'm creating one of my abstract charcoal drawings. I say abstract, but really they're not abstracted. These works are non representational, they're not of anything in particular. The first thing I'm going to do is take this powdered charcoal and a chamois or paper towel, and I'm just going to start laying shapes. I don't really have anything in mind yet. I'm just laying some beginning down. I'm just putting something, anything, marks on the paper. And once I get that going, I'm just going to start darkening certain areas and kind of seeing what shapes are already there. And I'm just playing with them. I'm darkening some of the shapes that are already there. I'm going to erase and lighten some of the areas. And I'm just going to start to let the work guide me. I love using little smudge sticks. You can use literally paper rolled tightly as a smudge stick, or you can buy smudge sticks. They're really great for laying this really light, soft gray. Then I also have some charcoal pencils, which give me this really sharp edge and this harsh line. I will say that something I've found is that these softer, light gray areas tend to look like a blurry background, and these hard or dark areas or these lines that I'm making with the charcoal pencil that are really dark and sharp, they look like they're in the forefront. So I like to play with that. I like to make it look like there's some in the background and there's some in the front and the foreground. I like to play with the dark and the light and erase here and add a little dark there. And I just let the work guide me. I'm not drawing anything in particular. Sometimes I do, but in this work, I'm not. Sometimes I use references. I have a lot of coral inspired, like underwater work, but not this. This is just letting shapes emerge on their own. I kind of zone out. I don't pay much attention. Like I pay attention as in like I'm doing what I'm doing, but I kind of let my mind wander. So it's more of an automatic response and it's more of a intuitive feeling versus a really concrete idea in mind. I flip the work the entire time, especially with work that's non-representational like this, where I want it to look good from every orientation. I want it to look good upside down, to the left, to the right. Sometimes I'll even get a mirror and flip it so I can see what it looks like flipped. And I'm just adding darks and lights. I'm playing with what kind of lines can I create just by erasing? What kind of imagery can I create just by adding a smudge here and a line there? What does this look like? What does it feel like? Don't want anything to look like anything in particular. If something looks too much like something else, I'm probably going to get rid of it. Non-representational work is my absolute favorite to make because you can see whatever you want in it. Some people see smoke and some people see flowers, and I've heard water and I've heard clouds, all sorts of things. When people look at my work, they stop and they don't really know what they're looking at, but I want to draw you in. I want you to stare at it. I want you to see things in it. I want you to gaze at it like you would cloud gaze. Ooh, and I know I said this in my last video, but I will always tell my favorite tools in these videos because I want y'all to have the same excitement for your stuff that I do. I love a good electric eraser. Didn't know these existed. Totally love them. I use this ultra fine, teeny tiny, it's like millimeters eraser. And I just love all the little lines that you can get with something like that. So I'm playing with big and small, with all kinds of variety, all kinds of mark making. And I'm just letting the work guide me. Sometimes it's a little more ornamental, sometimes it's not, doesn't matter. Nothing is wrong when you're making a work like this. You gotta put big shapes so that way it's really exciting from far away, but also you want like detail that's gonna draw people in and keep them there. I want you to see my work from far away and be like, wow, what is that? And be excited about it and want to come look at it. And then once you do, I want to keep you there. So that's it. I just play. This is my absolute favorite type of artwork to do. I love still lives and I love portraits and I love painting and I love all of these things. But my absolute favorite is making black and white charcoal and or graphite works. It's really my bread and butter. It's my favorite. So I hope you enjoyed this. It's just a sneak peek of some of the things that I do, a little tiny bit of talking about it. And I'm just going to keep making work and I'm going to keep coming here and I'm going to keep talking to y'all. And I hope that you enjoy it and I hope you come back and I hope we can make more work together. Any questions you have, drop them below. I would be happy to share everything that I have and do because I don't think that it should be gatekept. Artwork is for everybody. So join me again and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.